Is Jonathan Taylor a Hall of Famer? That's a really interesting question. This is year 6. I think he's putting together a potential Hall of Fame career. He's got to keep doing it, and he knows this, and you're going to hear him talk about it. An interesting debate at this point, 6 years in. If he puts together another 6 years like the first 6, definitely a Hall of Famer, but that requires diligence, and that is something that Jonathan Taylor has shown he got plenty of. And as a running back in the NFL, to put up the numbers he's put up through these 5.5 years that he's played, it gives you nothing but confidence that maybe he can do it. He's not like Joseph Adai, who came into the league as a rookie and was really good, and then it trailed off. Jonathan Taylor is playing, perhaps, in his 6th year, his best football.
You know, you kind of want to make a play, so you may go outside the parameters of the scheme, but just understand that you have to stay patient, and sometimes you got to run through the smoke. In other words, like, it may not look like something's there, but you just trust the scheme, trust the guys up front. Next thing you know, you're popping out on the backside. But that also helps in everything, especially in the pass game. You know, whether you got protection, just maybe not getting out as quick. So I think just being a little bit more patient and kind of letting plays develop more.
JT, Shane described Quentin Nelson as like a skill position player, even though he's a left tackle. From your perspective, what is it like running behind that guy, but also seeing the versatility they can bring to your offense?
We always talk about it. You guys know the trajectory he's on. He's actually already locked in, Hall of Fame guy. But just being able to run behind him, to be able to have him as an anchor on that offensive line, it means a lot. He brings a tenacity, he brings an edge, he pulls the rest of the guys along with them and elevates everyone's level of play. So to be able to have that confidence to know, no matter who we're going against, no matter what defensive front, I know there's going to be a slither of daylight, and Q is going to create that. But then also being able to have him on the edges. I mean, you guys can see, I don't know what his top speed is, but I mean, for his size, he's rolling. So to be able to utilize him in different ways like that, I think it's you can't even put a price on it. It's invaluable.
It doesn't appear you have to wait for him to get out there. I mean, he's already. That's what seems like it's amazing. The quickness, his short space quickness he's got.
Exactly. That's amazing.
The patience you talked about earlier, how much discipline does it take to utilize that? Because I think it has kind of shown up on some of your big runs this year. What do you say?
Yeah, I think it's just being able to just take a breath and understand. You know, there are a lot of moving parts to a play, and a lot of times, especially backs, you know, they see a slither of daylight and they think, oh, well, let me go and take this right now. When actually they don't know, or maybe there's a safety rolling down, he's just not there yet. So then now safety pops up in your face, you're one-on-one with him, when really if you would just stay patient, we had someone to kick him out. Now you had a lane right inside. So just really understanding, don't take, sometimes things are like candy, eye candy. You see a slither of grass and you think it's there, it's like candy. Don't take it, it's fake news. But I just think that understanding that, letting the guys do their job up front, and you'll see the results. You see the results, and then as you get those banked reps, you understand, like, okay, but if I keep having this discipline, these are the plays. Not only benefit, myself, you're getting explosive runs, you're making plays, but it's the team. We're moving the ball down the field.
It's even harder, right?
Yep.
I'm curious, in training camp, when you were going against this defense, you're not really game planning for what they're going to do. How did just the stuff that Lou was throwing in terms of blitzes help you in terms of pass protection?
Oh, Lou he's a mad scientist, so he's going to bring every and whichever look that there is to possibly bring. So now when we're going up against defenses week in and week out, there's some that may be tougher than others with more exotic looks. But, I mean, Lou, like you said, we spent so much time throughout training camp just fighting every single look that he's put at us. And I think that not only made myself better, but also the offense better. Because now when we see some of these looks going in each and every single week, we're like, oh, well, hey, it's kind of just like Lou, or hey, just like the scheme or the plan that we have for this, we'll put that up this week. So I think it kind of just prepared us for a lot of different looks that we'll see throughout the year.
How did that help you and Daniel get on the same page in terms of where you need to be faster?
I think understanding as well too, depending on what the defensive look is and what pressure they may be bringing. Hey, give me quick eyes here. If we ever get this type of pressure, give me quick eyes because I'm going to be looking for my back. So understanding his mindset on certain looks of, okay, hey, if we get this certain look, Daniel's probably looking for the back. Other pressure looks, he may say, hey, Tyler, just rise around. I'm going to hit my tight end on my check down here. So just knowing where his mind is, having each other on the same page, it's a very good value for us.
John, going along with that, you already have 16 catches on the season this year. How much are you enjoying that part of your role now for the offense?
It's exciting. You get to utilize your talented space. You don't have to start, with everybody looking at you, staring at you from behind the line of scrimmage. You kind of get a head start a little bit. So it's always nice to get out in space, utilize your talents. But then also, just the guys on the edges, whether it's the run game or pass game, everyone is working with one another. So if someone catches the ball, out in the field, or even if I get a run in the backfield, you got Pitt, you got Ash, you got these guys, they're blocking their tails off. So it's almost like a poetry in motion. And I think that when we play for one another, a lot of special things can happen.
JT, last couple of years, you guys have been chasing at the end of the season, trying to catch up to a wild card, divisional years, whatever it is. But right now, you're at the top of the AFC South and even the AFC. Does it feel any different right now, being number one, as opposed to the last couple of years, what you've experienced?
No, because at the end of the day, like you mentioned, at the end, you're chasing and you understand the goal. But here, it's like, okay, we have to be able to maintain. There's no reason to be, first place if you're not going to continue to take every single week as if, hey, we have to go chase, we have to go and get it, we have to go and earn it. So having that same mentality and understanding that we've put the work in, everything that's coming to fruition now, we've put the sweat, we put the blood, we put the tears in, but now it's still about executing on Sunday. So whatever it takes to get better each and every single day throughout the week to make sure that displays on Sunday.
JT, how conscious are you of the jersey that you're on? I talk about Quentin Nelson, Hall of Fame, but you're averaging 90 yards a game for your career. I believe you're one of 5 to do that. The other 4 on that list are Barry Sanders, Jim Brown, Terrell Davis, and Eric Dickerson, those are Hall of Fame. I know you're in it right now, but when you hear those names, what does that mean to you to be in your 6 and still kind of rolling?
It's an honor, and that it's really your teammates and your coaches because that they trust you. So every time you step out on the field, you're like, how can I be at a high level each and every single play? How can I be elite week in and week out? Because that's how you get to that status. That's what those guys did. If you ask anybody in the building, guys like Edge, you ask people in the building, equipment staff, guys who've been around, what did he do every single day? He just put his boots on and he went to work. And every single Sunday, he made sure that whatever work he put in throughout the week was on display Sunday and ultimately helped the team win.
You're on pace for a career high in receptions. You almost have what you have reached the last couple of years. Did you come into here asking for more work in the pass game, or has it just worked out that way?
I don't ever ask for a certain amount of work. You always push your body to the limit in the off season, so it doesn't matter the amount of work that you get. You know that you're prepared and you're ready for it, and that's how I was even at the University of Wisconsin. You didn't know. Well, you kind of knew what kind of workload you was going to get there, but you had to prepare for it in the offseason. You had to prepare. But, here, especially on this team, we have so much talent all around. You still have to prepare. You never know what's going to happen. So in the offseason, you kind of want to do as much as possible to make it as grueling as the season as you can. Of course, ultimately, no contact. But I was prepared for it. So, whatever Shane, whatever Jim Bob, whatever the team needs me to do, I've prepared and I'm ready for it.
Interesting to hear about the relationship between Jonathan Taylor and Daniel Jones, and Daniel Jones and that entire group, where the work's getting done, where Daniel Jones says things like, as Jonathan Taylor told us, I need quick eyes on this kind of front. And those guys just know they're preparing well enough and hard enough that they realize what they need without having a conversation about it on the field when they see it.